Good morning. Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to our online section. Today, I'll be taking you on our time and attendance product line. My name is Adefere Ifeolua, and I'm sure you must have seen our videos, and probably some of you must have joined some of our section. So today, we'll be talking about our time and attendance product lines. And the reason for this training is because we want people to understand our time and attendance products. So when you are requesting for certain products, you should know the type of product you want to request for, and the functionality and how you can make use of that product to achieve your desired solution. So in this slide, I'll be taking you through some of the product lines, but I have here with me a colleague. His name is Emmanuel. So Emmanuel is also a trainer, and he's also going to be taking you through some attendance functions. Can you all hear me, Mr. Christian? Can you hear me? Can we all hear me? Please, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, we can hear. I can hear.
Okay.
Yes.
So today I'll be taking you through these products, so that when you are recommending a product to your clients, probably as an installer, please can you unmute your mic? I don't want to restrict the settings in the security section of the Zoom, because I really want it to be interactive, and I want us to flow together. So please can you mute your mic, Mr. Christian? Okay, thank you very much. So like I said, I'm going to be making some discrepancies between these products, so that because at ZKTeco, we have a lot of products. We have so many time and attendance products. We have so many products that some people don't know even serves time and attendance products. And these products comes with their own unique functionalities. So in this slide, I'll be taking you through these products, although not all the products, but I'll just be highlighting the different categories of these products, so that when you want to make a recommendation for your client as an installer, or when you as a client needs a product that will support your attendance functionalities, you'll be able to know what kind of products you want based on these certain parameters. So first, we'll be talking about the terminals, we'll be talking about the product themselves, then we'll now talk about the three softwares that these products can support. So as you can see in this diagram, we have the product lines. So you don't have to worry, I'm still going to share this slide to everybody. I'm still going to share this slide to, welcome Mr. Enijunu. I'm still going to share this slide to everyone, and hopefully we all get to know the kind of product. So ZK time and attendance product lines comes in different categories. So we have devices that supports only fingerprints. We have devices that supports only RFID. We have devices that supports only face. So by RFID, we mean radio frequency identity. Those are the cards, your RFID cards. So we also have products that supports both RFID and fingerprints. We have products that supports RFID and face. We have products that support RFID plus fingerprints plus face. We also have products that supports RFID, fingerprints, and palm. We have products that support RFID, face, and palm. Then we now have our green label devices. So these are the category in which we can classify these products. We have a lot of products, so much that even some of the products here, you are seeing here, we don't have them in ZKTeco West Africa. Although we have them in order with other subsidiaries, but there are some main core products that are that we in ZKTeco West Africa, that's the Nigerian office, we have. So by these parameters, these are really authentication parameters. So authentication parameters are classified. We have authentication based on something you know, which is your password. Authentication based on something you have, which is your card. Authentication based on something you have, which is your fingerprints, your identity, and some other features, your bodily features that can be used as authentication. So these are the range of. Please, can you mute your mic, please? I think I'll have to set this security. I'll have to set this security thing back. Then when I'm done, I can now. Yeah, I think we're good. So these features would allow you to be able to know what kind of products. So if you get familiarized with this mode of authentications, you know that this mode of authentications are products that supports these modes of authentication comes under their own set of classifications. So that's why we have these schematics here. So I'm going to be sharing these PPTX with you also, so that probably when you are making your own presentation with some of your customers, you'll be able to make use of this to be able to give a specific details on what products your customer desires. So for the products we have at ZKTeco, I'll be taking you through those products. So we have products that support only fingerprints, just like I listed earlier. We have the LX17. So the LX17 is a product that can be used for attendance and only supports fingerprints. Mind you, this product does not come with software. You can't use this product as a software. It is a standalone time and attendance device. So by standalone, I mean when you get this product and you use it for your attendance solution, you can't use it with a software. You can't use this device with a software. So what this device does is that all the information are stored on it, and all the information can be gotten from it. So the kind of report that will be generated from it is still the same thing as it comes in an XLX format, so which is the Excel format. So when you purchase this device and you use it, it is quite a low-end device. As you can see, the user capacity is 500. So in some cases where we have offices or just mini shops or supermarkets whereby you have few employees, you don't have to go for the highest product unless it is something you just desire. So you can go for our LX17. If you are looking at it from the cost perspective, you can go for products like this that requires no integration with any form of software. All you just need is just get your data from the device using a flash drive, and at the end of the month, and you are good. So you can see the transaction capacity is 50,000. So you should know that this device is a low-end device and can only be used in cases where attendance generation is not that cumbersome. So this is where you use the device. And in cases where you don't want to make use of software, you can make use of the LS17 device. We also have this WL series. So WL series is a device I really love. And one beautiful thing about WL series is that it comes in two categories. It comes in as a white, it comes as black. So, but there's one unique distinction between the white and black, which I'm going to share now. So the unique distinction is that the black WL series comes with a Wi-Fi functionalities, and it comes with an ADMS enabled functionalities. So by ADMS, it means it comes with a cloud server settings whereby you can integrate the device. You can integrate the device itself with our cloud-based software, which is the Boutime Africa. I'm sure most of us know Boutime Africa. you can also integrate it with Bautimate. That is the black, not the white. So that's where the unique distinction comes from. For the white, you'd have to use it with a phone software. We call it TA Assistant. So you're going to see videos of that on our YouTube channel soon. We call it the TA Assistant. So these are the kind of applications that supports this particular device. That's the white. But for the black, due to the unique functionalities that comes with the black, which is the cloud server settings, it enables us to use the black for other forms, use the black for software integrations with our attendance softwares. So when you are purchasing WL series and you want something low cost, mind you, WL only uses fingerprints, only comes with a fingerprint features. You know, we are currently talking about devices that only uses fingerprints. So WL series comes with only fingerprint features and can be used with our attendance software due to its integrated features. That's the cloud server settings. So those are the two distinctions between the white and the black. With the white, you can't achieve that, but with the black, you can achieve that. So I'm also going to move to the D1, D2. So D1, D2 is also a standalone. It is a tabletop device. So these are tabletop devices. So just like LX17, LX17 is a device that is a device similar to the D1, D2, but with LX17, you would have to mount the device, and LX17 doesn't comes with an external battery. So when you are installing LX17 for your small end clients, you should know that you would have to get probably some kind of what they call this some kind of rechargeable battery, or should I say inverter, that will just serve as power source for the LX17. But when we are now talking about the D1, D2 tabletop devices, these are tabletop devices. These are devices that works as standalone, and they act in such a way that you don't have to install them. All you have to do is just place them on the device. It can be placed on the receptionist desk. It can be placed on anywhere. So it's why we call them the tabletop devices. And these devices are also standalone devices. These devices are also standalone devices. So you can get the information on software, or you can either integrate it with our low-end software, such as the ZKTeco 3.0 or the TA Assistant, which is the mobile app. I'm going to be making a video of the TA Assistant, and you are going to see the TA Assistant functionalities. So the TA Assistant is also a simple attendance application that can be used to manage devices like this. So the D1, D2, they are tabletop devices. So that's the differences they have with the LX17. And also the D1, D2 comes Wi-Fi enabled. So it comes Wi-Fi enabled compared to the LX17. So those are the two, those are some of the major distinctions. So we move to the devices that we have that supports RFID plus fingerprint. Mind you, the devices I'm stating here are devices that you can get from us, from our ADPs. You can get from our ADPs, or you can get from our SIs. So these are devices that you get. So let's move to the RFID and the fingerprints. With the RFID plus fingerprints, we have the K40. So one thing about the K40 is that the K40 is quite has been in the market for a while now, but there's now an upgrade with the K40. So the old K40 cannot work with our Baotime softwares. The new K40 will work with our Baotime for softwares, because the old K40 does not come with ADMS features. The old K40 does not come with cloud server settings, because it is using a firmware that is as old far back to 2004. But the new K40 comes with a new upgraded board and a new upgraded firmware that has ADMX functionalities. So when you are getting the K40, you should always note. So when you see the new K40 uses a Linux terminal that is similar to devices like our MB460. Now I'm speaking directly to people that are much more familiar with some of the products we have on ground. I'm sure some of the people in this training would be familiar with some of the products I'm talking about. So that's why I'm just making it direct. So with the new K40, you'd see that it has an upgraded firmware compared to the old K40, but both of them are still in the market. But what we are trying to do now is we're trying to see how we can do like a sales comparison such that the new K40 would be out more, the supply for the new K40 would be more. Then we'll do away with the old K40. So because we still have a lot of people that will get the old K40 and they'll say it doesn't work with their software that the salesperson said it is going to work with their software. Although the new K40 would support the ZKTimenet, which is one of our low-end softwares, because those softwares are application-based softwares. And the old K40 has a Wi-Fi features, but does not have a cloud server setting feature. So cloud server setting feature is always there to enable real-time device data synchronization. That's one, and also to enable multi-location management of your device. So that's why we have our web-based softwares. So our web-based software is using the cloud server settings. So cloud server settings are just some set of HTTP protocol that exists between the device and the software. So for the new K40, you can achieve that, but for the old K40, you can't achieve that. And also for the new K40 that we have, the new K40 that we have cannot also work with the Bowtime Africa, because the new K40 that we have is a low-end device. So it can't work with the Bowtime Africa, but it will work with the Bowtime 8. The old K40 won't work with Bowtime 8, but it will work with the ZKTimenet. For those of you that are new here, I'm going to show you the softwares, run you through the overview of the softwares. Then after the training, you can also go to our YouTube channel and see most of the videos we've made on these softwares. So I'll move to the INO. I'm sure most of us are also familiar with the INO, with our INO 1A. So our INO 1 is also an example of a device that uses RFID and fingerprints. So we have the S922. So one thing I like about the S922 is the ruggedity. And S922 is specifically designed for industrial use. So let's say you have a project whereby you have a building project, right? And you want to like monitor the activities of the people involved in making sure that your building is well structured. So you can use devices like this in civil works. So when you are making recommendations, you should know what type of device will support what kind of solution. I won't recommend devices like the WSN I just mentioned, or the LX17 I just mentioned for a solution that involves civil works, where we would have to move about, carry it. We have about more than 10,000 workers working on site, and I need to consider what type of device to use. I need to consider the ruggedity of the device. I need to consider if the device is something that is mobile. So this is an example of such device. If you come to our office, it is what we are currently making use of in our office. It's called the S922 device. The S922 device can be used for can be used with any form of software, and it is Wi-Fi enabled, it is 3G enabled, although these features are optional features. So mind you, when you want to purchase a device from either an ADP, now I'm talking directly to the customers and installer and some of the installers. When you are making recommendations for a client and probably you've identified the kind of device you want to use, now you want to purchase the device. You are on the website, you check through the software, then you realize that the Wi-Fi module for the device comes with an optional features. So when you see something like this, you should know that it means straight from the box, the device doesn't come with this feature. But if you request for it, they are going to help you put the optional modules. So let's say I want to purchase S922. I want to purchase the S922 device, and I want to use it with a Wi-Fi. I want it Wi-Fi enabled. All I have to do is talk to the salesperson that I want this so device and I want it to be Wi-Fi enabled. I've discovered that this device comes straight from the box without Wi-Fi, but it has an optional feature of both Wi-Fi and a WCDMA interface, which are the 3G, 4G interface. It means I can use it with SIM. So you have to be specific, make your specification to the salesperson, because in some cases you might want to use devices like this. Then you see optional features. You just tell the salesperson that you want S922 without really specifying that you want it to come with Wi-Fi enabled. They'll just make a procurement of a device that's the device that comes straight from the box without using the Wi-Fi. So someone is asking, is it possible for me to upgrade my old K40 device? So one problem with the old K40 device is that it uses a firmware a firmware that uses build versions. So with the build versions, they are quite different from the new K40 that uses a core board. So the old device, K40 device, just uses what governs the firmware are just set of instructions within the transistors on the board. But with the new K40, we have an upgraded core board. So there's no way you can say you want to upgrade the old firmware to the new firmware of the new K40 we are using, because the architecture are quite different. Their core board architectures are completely different. So there's no way you'll be able to do that. Of course, someone is asking if I'm going to share this recording. Of course, I'm going to share this recording, and I'm going to we are going to find it on YouTube, and also we are going to share this PPTS document with you, and also we are going to also share a data repository with you guys, so that you guys can also find some other training slides that we've done in the past. So that's just that about the S922. So let's move to the devices that uses RFID plus face. Now, someone just asked that, is LX17 good for industrial use? So as you can see, industrial use, from the beginning, we saw that LX17 can only support up to 500, up to less than 500 or less users, and the transaction is just 50,000. So in some industrial cases, you might have employees that are up to 10,000. So how do you suffice for that? If you are talking about industrial use, you should be thinking more of devices that would support, you should be thinking more of devices that will support both an application-based software or a web-based software, such that there can be a centralized management, because now you are handling a whole lot of data. Because for industrial use, you'll be having a whole lot of employees that you want to monitor their attendance clocking, and you can't achieve that with low-end devices. It means you have to go for devices that are high-end and can keep a lot of data records and also monitor those data records using a software, be it application or a web-based software. So someone is saying, how come K40 does not come with manual? Of course, it does. It comes with manual. You can download the manual online. So you can, if you don't see the manual in the box, you can download the software copy online. Someone is saying, can MB20 export report on Microsoft Excel? I'm going to address that, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves in this training, so let's just move along with the flow. So let's talk about devices with RFID plus face. So we have the KF series. In the KF series, we have the KF160 and we have the KF460. Now, you know, we are talking about the devices that support both RFID, that is the card, and the face. So we have the KF160, we have the KF460. So this set of devices, we also have the eFace 10, although I didn't have that. So the difference between the eFace 10 and the KF series is that the KF series uses infrared sensor to capture facial recognitions, while devices that uses visible light, just such as the eFace, uses the visible light recognition functionalities. So the KF series is a device that uses the radio frequency to capture your data. So we have the KF160, we have the KF460. So, but and also the KF series uses infrared rays to capture the facial recognitions of someone. We also have the VF series. We have the VF380, we have the VF780, and we have the VF680. We've made videos of this on YouTube. You can also find them on YouTube. There are also some special functions that this particular set of products perform that you also see the videos we made on them on YouTube. So, but mind you, these devices are devices that only comes with the card and the face features. So we should be mindful of that. So for the RFID face and fingerprint devices, so we move to the MB460. MB460 is a product that I really love. It's a product that I really like, and it is an interesting product. And MB460 also comes with an optional wireless communication. So when you are purchasing MB460, you should always specify to your salesperson that you want this particular device, you want it Wi-Fi enabled, because you don't want a situation whereby you get MB460, then you now realize that the product is not wireless enabled. So these are one of the key things we need to also look at. So we have the MB560. So MB560 is an upgraded product compared to MB460. It comes with additional functionalities such as an upgraded Linux terminals that uses secure shell and not telnet. So it means it will ensure that there's no data loss and a faster data transmission rates due to the increase in memory speed. You can see the memory 512 MB and 8 gig additional space. So also, if you are specifying for the particular product, you should be mindful of the optional features. So when anywhere you see optionals and you really want to use it, just know that straight from the box, that particular product would not come with that particular features because it is optional. So you have to specify to to the salesperson that you want this product and you want it Wi-Fi enabled, because in the data sheets, this was the information you got. So we have devices that supports RFID, palm plus fingerprint. So we have the P260, we have the P160. So these are devices that supports RFID, palm, and fingerprint. And mind you, I should have even stated that some of these devices, we have some devices that, and I'm sure most of us are really familiar with this concept. We have some devices that are not, that won't support our About Time Africa straight from the box. Those devices need some set of upgrade, which I'm sure the ADPs that you got the devices from would do the upgrade and ensure that these devices works well for you. Most of our Linux devices are devices that would only work with About Time 8, but can also be upgraded to work with About Time Africa. So these are devices that works with both RFID, fingerprints, and face. We have our G3 Pro. Our G3 Pro is an example of our green label devices. You can see the functionalities here. When you purchase our green label devices, you get 2 years warranty on that product. And also, these products comes with some unique functionalities, such as the Silk ID sensors. So with the Silk ID sensors, it means it has the ability for live detection and also anti-spoofing. So anti-spoofing in the sense that when you take a picture and you want to use it for access, a picture of someone that is already embedded in the system, you want to use it for access, the device will detect that this is not a live person. We call it anti-spoofing. And also it works with the Silk ID sensor, such that no matter the situation, even if your hand is wet, if your hand is rough, it will detect your fingerprint. So these are the unique functionalities of green label devices. We also have the G4L. G4L is also an example of green label devices. It uses both face, fingerprints, and card. So these are also the unique functionalities. So when you are specifying for attendance products, you should be able to know what kind of products you want to specify. So we also have the ORUS. So ORUS comes in three types. We have the ORUS E1, we have the ORUS E1 RFID, we have the ORUS E1 fingerprint. So when you are getting, and mind you, these devices all comes with facial recognitions. This ORUS series, all the devices come with facial recognition. But to now add additional form of authentication functionalities, that is when you now specify the type of ORUS you want. Is it ORUS FP or is it ORUS RFID? Someone is saying, can we have a catalog of this device? Of course, you can get the catalog of the device. So all you just need to do is type the device model. You can search it online and you get the catalog from any of our websites. But before typing before inputting any of the device model, make sure you put ZKTeco so that Google search can be able to optimize your search process and give you and point you to the right website where you can get the information on these devices. And also you can also visit our website, ZKTeco.com, So that's our website, www.ZKTeco-wa.com. Or you can also visit the main ZKTeco website, which is www.zkteco.com. So I'm going to move to on to devices that support the four functionalities. So we have the PFace 202. The PFace 202 supports card, supports fingerprints, supports face, supports palm. So PFace 202 is a very beautiful device that you can use to ensure all the additional modules. So we are going to be moving to the time and attendance softwares. What are the softwares? Now that I've listed these time and attendance devices, but before moving out, let me just see if let me open the charts and leave everyone to unmute themselves. If you have a question, you can unmute yourself before we go to the software features. So I'm just briefly going to run an overview of the software functionalities so that you can know, you can be able to familiarize yourself with the kind of software you want to use with this kind of devices. F22, I won't categorize F22 under high or low end. F22 is just in between. For whatever functions you want to use F22 for as regards access control. So mind you, F22 is an access control device. So you see that I did not really make mention of this device here. We are also going to have a section where we'll be talking about some access control devices, but today we are just focusing on attendance devices. So our home website is www.ZKTeco-wa.com. So the main website is www.ZKTeco.com. So let me just, for everyone to see, before we continue with the software features, I want to show everyone. So all you need to do is go to ZKTeco-wa.com to take you to our website. Yeah, Mr. Tony, unmute your mic.
Okay, good morning all, and thanks for bringing this to us.
Good morning.
Confirm that you can hear me.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, my name is Tony. We are very new in this time attendance. We are trying to introduce it in our system, though we are having some unresolved issues with one of the distributors. So we recommend, one of our IT guys recommended, sorry, can somebody mute?
Sorry, can you mute your, please, if you are on mute, please kindly mute your mic, please. Emmanuel, can you please help mute those people that are not meant to?
So we were recommended to use LX17. Actually, we are in a project, and we have like 4 locations.
Okay.
4 locations, and our intention is to place this device in these different 4 locations, and the data can be taken and brought to the HR. So that's our thinking, and these locations are independent, though in a plant we have the different department in a plant, like the workshop, like the civil department, like the guys are in different departments, 4 different locations. So this led to recommend
different locations like that are
within the plants.
Within the plants.
So yes, but they're different locations. Currently these guys are taking the attendance independently. Which the HR will collect the attendant at the end of the day. So, and this is, I do not know whether this device will be able to save us. So the HR will get somebody in this different location that will be picking this data from a USB drive. And we hope that this data will be able to be exported into Excel file, because without Excel file, it cannot work.
Yeah. And
another question could be, I know the capacity about 50,000 transactions. If we pick the one of today, like the one of this week, for example, for 1 week, can we delete it if the memory is full, and continue to pick in maybe the second week, third week, and all that. So these are a few of my questions.
Okay,
Thank you.
so to answer your question, I'm going to answer your first question, I'm going to propose a solution.
Sorry, somebody is not muted.
Sorry, can you? Okay, I think I've muted. So to better answer your question, the first is I'm going to propose a better solution that would actually work for your organization and won't require the HR having to send people to go and start getting data from the device. The first solution is making use of one of our devices, which I would recommend, which is the MB460. So now, why am I recommending MB460? The reason why I'm recommending MB460 is because MB460 has the ability to work with our web-based software. And what our web-based software does is that it ensures an instantaneous communication between these devices, wherever you place them. And with that communication, the HR, without having to send anybody to any of those locations, can just be in our office and generate the data, the report data. So if you are now insisting on using the LS17, then you should now be mindful of the number of employees you guys will be having. I'm sure in the department we won't have more than 500. I'm sure we won't have more than 500, but just to eliminate that process of trying to, because you would only be able to get the transaction in an Excel format. That's what you get with LX17. But if you are using devices like MB460, you can easily generate the reports on the software in any format you want, be it PDF, be it Excel, be it CSV. You can generate those reports in any format you want. And the HR would not need to now start sending everybody to all the location within the plants to start using Flash to get the data. So considering, because like you mentioned, I'm trying to imagine that the organization is not just a small medium enterprise. We are talking about a big factory with different departments, and when it comes to solution like this, you should be able to make use of devices that would make work much more easier and efficient. So in terms of efficiency and easyability of use, I would not recommend you guys doing the LS17. But if it is still something you want to use, you should know that the HR would have to be sending people to get the data, and the data can only be used in an Excel format.
Okay, so the web-based software, do we need to buy it, or it comes with the can be downloaded and used?
So when you purchase the products, you can download the software. So the software is Bowtime 8. So you can choose anyone you want. We have the Bowtime NG, which I want to go into the software categories before actually taking the questions. So, but don't let me do that now. Let me just keep that question. Let me take everyone through the attendance. So by that time you get what I'm trying to, you'll be able to understand the solution I'm trying to propose. Is that fine?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. So for those asking for our website, so this is our website. This is ZKTeco West African website. And we also have the ZKTeco.com, the main website. So you just have to type ZKTeco.com. ZKTeco.
I have a question.
ZKTeco.com.
I have a question, if you can hear me.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, my name is Hudson from Nairobi, Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a client who is involved in real estate industry. and he's considering installing ZKTeco Turnstile.
Okay.
And this Turnstile would like to integrate it with Microsoft Nav. So that in a way that when a client doesn't pay the rent in due time, he gets blocked from accessing the premise. When he puts the finger on the, or when he's trying to access the turnstile, he cannot get access basically to the premise. So if you could kindly advise on the best software to use, because I'm also running out of time on that project. And then the second question would be that
hello? I think he's gone.
You muted me. Sorry, you muted me. The second client also has a payroll system.
Okay.
And he wants to also integrate it with the ZKTeco. Do I really need? I have actually installed the Biotime 8.0. Do I really need a license for that software to run side by side with the payroll system?
Yes, yes. You are going to need a license for that software to run with the payroll system. You would even without using it with the payroll system, you would need a license to run the software, because when you install the software, it will give you 60 days free trial. Then after 60 days, then you now have to like make use of the license. But you can get the license from your salesperson, or you can chat me directly. You can send me your mail, chat me directly from Zoom here. By sending me your mail.
I think I've done that several times, and you actually transferred me, or you told our country representative for a follow-up, but since then I haven't gotten anything. So maybe if you can pick it up after this, I'll really appreciate.
Okay, no problem. Let me send you my mail.
Okay, I hope you got the first question too.
Yeah, I'll attend to the first question.
Okay, cool.
So for the first question, a solution you would need is not what I'm actually talking about right now. So the solution you would be needing would actually because you're talking about turnstile, you're talking about access control, you're talking about restricting certain access at a particular interval. So by that, we won't be talking on the attendance solution. We'll be talking more of solutions that support our access control, so which is the biosecurity. So you can make use of the biosecurity V5000. And but I would like you to reach out to send a chat so we can help you with we can give you a good and reliable solution on how you can go about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I've sent you 2 emails, so you can send your requests to those emails. We'll pick it up from there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and also you can also chat us directly from the website. So if you have any issues as regards devices or anything, you can chat us from the website. You can see the WhatsApp button. You can see the messenger button on our ZKTeco website. So let's continue with the attendance software. So today we are talking about attendance. So I don't want to dive into access control. So when next we have a meeting, we'll also be talking about access control product line. In 2 weeks, we'll be talking about access control product lines also. So Mr. Hudson, you can join our section on access control product line. You get more information on how you can understand the solutions that governs access control as related to ZKTeco West Africa. But do well to reach out to us so we can give you a quick solution on how you go about your access control integration with your turnstile, like you said.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. Can we also do a Zoom chat maybe side after this, or maybe
yes.
when you have time?
Yeah, but send the mail first. Send the
Okay,
mail
sure.
so we can reply to the mail. Say yes.
Okay, sure.
All right. Thank you very much. So this is our time and attendance software. So for the time and attendance software, currently at ZKTeco, we have 3 working softwares for time and attendance. Any other software outside these 3 softwares are not classified as attendance softwares. We have the BioTime 8, we have the BioTime series. Let me put it that way. Under the BioTime series, we have the BioTime 8.0, we have the BioTime Africa. Then under the, then we now have the ZKTimeNet. So these are the 3 softwares that we support for attendance. So we have the BioTime 8. So this is the BioTime 8. The BioTime 8 is an application. The BioTime 8 is a web-based software. So by web-based software, I mean you can install, you would have to install the BioTime 8 on the system. Then you would have to use a medium such as Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge to run your software. So the reason why you are doing this is because you want to enable HTTP communication between your device and your software so that you can manage it remotely. So that is why we classify them under the web-based software. And also, you would have to install them on your server or on your system. So some technicalities and into that, we have videos on how you can set up your device with your softwares. We have them online. You can do well to go to ZKTeco West Africa on YouTube. You see videos on the BioTime 8, how to install and how to go about the other things. So these are the requirements for the BioTime 8. So mind you, BioTime 8 is an attendance-based software, is an attendance software. You should not consider using BioTime for access control or saying you want to use it as a solution to manage your access control functionalities. We have solutions that are used for that. And we also have a solution that does the combination of those functionalities. So when we are talking about project that requires making use of these making use of both functionalities to handshake and work side by side with each other. So we also have so these are the features of the BioTime 8. It is a web-based time and attendance. It has a simple access control though. For the payroll management is actually designed for the Asian market, but if it is something that can be implemented for your client, or if it is something your client sees and they see they can make use of, it's something they can make use of. But here in Nigeria, we don't really push the payroll module. So auto synchronization of palm, face, fingers, and other kind of data. So embedded HR integration means you can integrate with any of your HRM solutions. So if you have a payroll software, you can easily integrate with Power BioTime. So it means you don't have to use the inbuilt payroll module if it doesn't suit your organizations. So we also have the first flexible shifts. We have the employee self-service. We have the multiple admin privilege and some other things that comes with the BioTime 8. So this is the BioTime Cloud. For the BioTime Cloud is a cloud-based system. So by cloud-based, it means you don't have to install, your application is being managed by a service provider. So our service provider is AWS. So they are the one managing our data and they are the one managing the applications. So when you are going for the BioTime Africa, you should know that your data and every other thing is being managed not by you, but by AWS. So, and also for About Time Africa, you don't have to install anything. All you have to do is go to bowtime.ng. So when you go to bowtime.ng, you log in, you register, then you get the same interface on how you can. We've had trainings on About Time Africa, and we are still going to be having continuous training on this. So if you want to know more about this product, more about these solutions, you can find them on YouTube. There are webinars on it. And also, you can do well to start making sure you join every of our online training sections, so that because with these training sections, this is where we go deep into most of these things and show you the functionalities and the work process of all these things. So this is the About Time Africa. So it is quite similar to About Time 8, but it is a cloud-based system that is being managed by the AWS. So you can achieve so many things. You can achieve multi-location easily with AWS. With About Time Africa, you can achieve multi-location control. With About Time 8, those are things you have to talk to your ISP to do some setting configuration of parameters to achieve the multi-location. But with the About Time Africa, all you just have to do is register, and you can use your device from anywhere you are. Help mute. All right, so for the About Time Africa, yeah, we'll attend to the person. Okay, so for the About Time Africa, you can manage. So these are the features you get from the About Time Africa. It is a cloud-based, just like I said, flexible and smart shift scheduling, similar to About Time 8, auto synchronization of data in real time, employee self-service. We also have the multi-level approvals, multiple admin privilege. We have the attendance reports. We also have the use of mobile applications. So these are the features you get using the About Time Africa. We also have the ZKTimeNet. So the ZKTimeNet is used for most of our low-end devices. The reason is because the ZKTimeNet is an application-based system. So since it is an application-based software, what it uses is not an HTTP protocol, but just an IP set of protocol. Any device that has Ethernet enabled, that uses internet protocol, can easily handshake with ZKTimeNet, because what ZKTimeNet requires is just the IP of the device, and the IP must be on the same network with the application software that you are installing for you to be able to manage ZKTimeNet. So these are the things you can also achieve with ZKTimeNet. So ZKTimeNet basically work with some of our devices that are mostly out of date, because most of our devices now comes with the ADNMS, which I call cloud server settings functionalities enabled. So, but for devices that doesn't come with these functionalities, just like someone mentioned, the K40 that has an old firmware that uses Field and not core boards. So you can make use of ZKTimeNet for devices like that, because they have internet protocol enabled. So, all right, so this is where you can reach us at ZKTeco West Africa. You can reach us on Instagram at ZKTeco West Africa. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. You can also email at inquiry. So if you need any inquiry, you can also message us on, you can also visit our website, or you call these numbers you're seeing here. So when you call this number, you have someone attend to you with any question. And if you have any solutions on ground, you can do what to reach out to us, and we are going to support you with solution. And also, if you need to get any of our products, so you can also do well to reach out to our ADPs. We have them spread out across the country. Reach out to our ADPs, and you can get information about our products and also get some of their products. So someone is saying, can I be positive use bowtime.net? No, just like I said, we have ZKTime.net, we have Bowtime 8. MB460 can work with any of these, both ZKTime.net, both Bowtime 8, both Bowtime Africa. MB460 will work with it. All right, so we've come to the end of the section. This slide is going to be shared with everyone. And I think someone asked a question on a software. Okay, someone asked if the catalog can be shared. Yes, it is going to be shared. This tutorial is going to, this presentation slide is going to be shared. Someone is saying for F22, F22 is an access control device. We won't be talking on that, but just to answer your question, F22 does not have a backup battery, right? So you are going to be the one to see if you can get some sort of inverter to work with your F22. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Next, we see in 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, we'll be talking about the access control product lines. So join us in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Bye.